Apparently, this is the worst steroid acne that you'll ever see.
I don't know what is wrong with people at this young of an age. They think that it's cool to be famous for being a moron.
Ah, man. See, this is the importance of health markers. This guy has a phenomenal physique, right? This guy's got a Chad physique, but it's just totally killed. The appeal is just totally killed by this terrible skin quality and acne.
For being an idiot, for abusing your
Ah,
body to this extent that it's going to cause these things? How can he not be intelligent
oh
enough
God.
to say, you know what? I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to stop. Coach Greg, and
And
again,
also, like, think about this, right? I'm having this involuntary reaction of disgust. Like, I'm just like, get it away from me, right? Imagine what a woman feels like. Imagine what a woman feels like when this guy takes off his t-shirt and and they're getting down to like sleeping together. You know what I mean? And like this is the importance of health markers for the. I'm not interested in men, but like that involuntary like get it away from me reaction is something that women will have to varying degrees if you have bad health markers. Hey, what's up? So from now on, I'm going to be live streaming on Twitch. So give me a follow at Aesthetics Waiting on Twitch. All right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
we got another guy. Look at his acne. He's abusing
Oh,
steroids. This needs to stop. The guy's name is Scar Ziz.
18 natural. Follow my TikTok. Oh man, what's this emoji of the flower wilting? Like what natural flower wilting? What does that mean? Is that a joke? Does that mean that he's talking shit? Because I'm not. No, whatever.
Probably his hero or his idol was a guy who's no longer with us. His name is Ziz. Aziz was known for having an aesthetic physique. The Ziz
And he was a famous roider. So if this guy's looking up to him, what? And he's got him in his profile picture. What's the chances that this guy is lying about being natural?
this guy have an aesthetic physique? Well, maybe, but not with all
What is happening there? What is that? What is this thing?
having an aesthetic physique. Does this guy have an aesthetic physique? Well,
It's a shirtless man in a cape that looks like Karl Marx with a tan doing something to a long bamboo shoot, tapping it. Like, what the fuck is that?
maybe, but not with all the scars from all the acne. And so he takes his name and adds to all the
Full God's
scars
build?
he's getting from
I don't know.
this horrendous acne from abusing steroids and shows it off to the world to act cool,
Can we stop cutting away to this disgusting acne-ridden skin? Like, it's actually kind of gross.
to think, oh, this is going to get me famous. There seems to be a problem. People don't care if they're famous or infamous. Infamous is famous for doing something wrong. And so he doesn't care if the world hates him so long as they notice him. Well,
I've never understood this mentality. I've never really got it. For me, like, the only kind of like, I guess fame, for lack of a better term, or attention, right? The only attention I want is something that would actually like benefit my life. It doesn't serve me to have a bunch of people like follow me just to hate me. Like that doesn't. I don't see the appeal of that. Like, how does that translate into anything good? Like, like you see all these people like rage bait on Instagram Reels. But for what? Like, well, what's the purpose? Like, what are you actually influencing? But like, what do you gain from it? What's the material gain to your life? Like, it's not obvious to me.
well, they're going to notice his scars. He says he's 6'3" and that he's actually 18 years of age. I was thinking he was 16, but
His physique is genuinely like really good. Like, there's no doubt about it.
doesn't make it that much better. In his most viral
Maybe a bit too much, right? Like maybe a bit too bulky for like the female gaze, but he's also got like a good jaw. Like he's kind of like he's kind of Chad actually. But the thing that's like killing his appeal is obviously his health markers.
Viral video, we can see him flexing, and he's pinned it. He loves this video. He's proud of this. And so he has a six pack. He's got the abdominals. He has a small waist.
So it's done on purpose. Like you can kind of see that it looks like he's done something to the to this footage to increase like the contrast, shadows, like you know what I mean? It looks like he's filming this in a black hole. And I think it's to like accentuate how bad his acne is. But again, like, okay, you might get like 10 times more views on your reels by people like saying how like disgusting this is. But so what? So, okay, you've got 500,000 plays on a reel. So, does that translate into anything? Are people going to book coaching with you because you showed how bad your acne is? Like, what is this? See, this is the thing I don't really get with like clout chasing. This kind of like clout chasing culture. Like, I don't see what it translates into.
He has an amazing V taper, and so he does have the aesthetics. But would any of you abuse steroids in order to look like this? This is not what anyone wants. I mean, his body is speaking out in Braille saying, please stop. I mean, how did it end for Ziz? Last I checked, he's no longer with us. And if you continue to do this, what do you think?
I actually feel a bit sick. I'm actually feeling a bit nauseous. Please stop cutting away to that.
What's going to happen to yourself? It's hormonal acne. 25,000 likes. How many of you think that it's just...
I had hormonal acne. It wasn't to that degree. It was probably about like half of that. I had like my problem areas with my chest and my back, and I had like I always had like a spot on my face. Like if you look at even like up to like videos I made like a year ago or so, you'll see there's always like a spot on my face. And now my face is like squeaky clean. You know why? It's not because I stopped using roids. It's because I used Accutane and I permanently shrank my sebaceous glands. This is what this guy needs to do. It's not a luxury, it's a must.
Just regular acne, you know, just from being a teenager, and that it's not from abusing performance-enhancing drugs. There's a difference between acne and steroids. Take care of yourself, man. 23,000 people, they actually care. Hey, look, you don't want to...
Yeah, so like this guy's getting like a lot of attention, but so it's just people talking shit and dismissing you. Like, okay.
Do this. It's not worth it. I don't know what is wrong with people at this young of an age. They think that it's cool to be famous for being a moron, for being an idiot, for abusing your body to this extent that it's going to cause these things. How could he not be intelligent enough to say, you know what, I'm going to listen.
Stop watching this video. Like, it's actually grossing me out this much.
To my body. I'm going to stop. That's embarrassing. 33,000 likes. Now, not everyone gets embarrassed. This guy, he doesn't give a shit. Every post is worse than the last. He shows off his acne. If anything, I kind of think he's proud of it. Some people, they are proud of the stupid things that they do. They lean into it. And so he's leaning...
I'm actually getting nauseous.
...into it. Not even acne anymore. That's just an alien species.
And he liked it. He liked this comment. What the fuck?
In you. And of course, the jokers, 100% natural, 14,000 people are laughing about that. Why are people hating this? It's just acne. It's not just acne. This isn't just normal acne. It's going to scar. It's probably painful. I mean, we've had people with acne like this.
Putting a cross over that abomination must be some sort of sacrilege. Yep.
They lay down in bed.
Not even the Christians want that guy to wear a cross.
juices, they drip out into the sheets, it sticks to the sheet, and then when they get off of the bed, it's pulling out their skin. Ugh, it's painful.
Right. Anybody here, like, who knows if that's hormonal acne or acne from roids, like probably a combination of both, right? If you have a problem like this, like if you have like acne, man, you have been brainwashed by looking at yourself in the mirror into thinking this is normal. Because like you see yourself like every day, like you just kind of you kind of just it kind of just blanks out of your mind. But if you sort out your acne with pharmaceuticals like I did, it will vastly improve your quality of life, your the way women treat you. Like it will just make your life so much better. Like you're removing a debuff from yourself, and it's so easy to fix. It's so easy to fix. You just need to go through a bunch of side effects with acne, with Accutane, for like a few months, and then you're Gucci. Then you're Gucci.
Or if you're laying down to do the bench press and you have to arch your back and it's painful. This is what we're talking about. And so, no, it's not just acne. It's not like having an improper tan. It says, nah.
Only people who are actually pro athletes should use anabolic steroids. I mean, I've thought about that before, actually. Yeah, like I can only really like envision a point to using roids and going past the point of diminishing returns for the female gaze if there's actually a tangible reward for doing it. Like if you're a fitness influencer, if you're like a basketball player or like a guy in the NFL, like whatever, right? I can see the cost, the risk to reward ratio being worth it. I can see it, right? The upsides can outweigh the downsides in that case. But if you're just a guy, if you're just a dude, like, man, there seems to be the potential upsides are a lot lower.
Not worth it. And his response, Scar says, the actual creator.
Face IQ reacted to my video. Which one? I remember he did it before.
Working out is worth it. You can work out without abusing performance-enhancing drugs. That is not a requirement. You don't need steroids in order to work out. Yeah, nah, guys, trust I'm natty. And so he says, I am. Here's the thing. Maybe he is natural. I mean, I'm assuming he's a fake natty. I'm assuming that this is a joke. I'm assuming a lot of things. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that he is, in fact, natural.
It's like a jump scare. It's just like a cheap way of grossing me out. You know? I don't want to be jump scared anymore in this video.
Natural. He needs to figure out what's going on. The acne looks egregious. Bro, why would you do this?
Egregia? What did he say? Egregious? That's not how you pronounce that.
The acne looks egregious, bro.
Egregious. Egregious. He said egregious. Egregious? Is this engagement bait, or does Greg Doucette's not know that word?
Oh, why would you do this to yourself? And he says, why not? And so that sounds like he is, in fact, doing it to himself, and he's admitting it. And so I don't know what to say. Perhaps he's natural. If he is, I feel bad for him. If he actually is natural,
okay,
and he didn't do this to himself,
like pause the video,
I feel bad. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, so, geez. You can be really acne prone just genetically. Like you've got overactive sebaceous glands, right? They just produce way too much oil than you otherwise should, right? And I'm one of these people. Like naturally, like I'm one of these people. And now I've got like this lovely clean skin. But the thing is, right? People are always going to moralize when you have bad acne. They're always going to moralize like you failed somehow in some sort of habit, or you know you're paying the price to doing something bad, right? This is something like people always do, like, oh, you're not drinking enough water, oh, you're too stressed, or you need to shower more. Like they'll kind of like ascribe some like negative quality to you. Like in this case, steroid abuse, right? They'll ascribe some negative quality to you, even if it's totally not your fault. And this is like part of like the looks pill, right? Like if you have some sort of like issue with your looks or health markers, or like a facial flaw or deformity, people are always going to moralize it. They're always going to make it out like you fucked up, rather than just being unlucky and haven't solved it yet. So it's like people are always going to be shitty to you when you have like some obvious like aesthetic flaw like this guy.
If you're actually natural and I'm doing a video saying, hey, you got to stop taking steroids and so on, then that is my bad. But based on this comment, based on what I'm seeing, I think he's a fake natty. And so what I notice is that in several of the videos, he doesn't actually show his face, but he does show his face in some of them. So I'm not certain if he's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't want everyone to know who he is. They simply focus on and highlight all of the acne scars. And so why would he do that? I'm not certain, but it's...
Yeah, acne scars is another thing. Like, unfortunately, I have a few acne scars on my back. It's just, it is what it is, right? And the reason for that is I didn't treat it soon enough, right? So, if you're watching this video and you have cystic acne, fucking treat it like ASAP, right? Before you scar your back. And, that's not something that's, easily fixed. I think it's just such a debuff, and the quicker you get this debuff removed, the better.
Seems like he's trying to be known for the acne more so than the totality of his physique, including his face. I mean, most people who show their physiques on Instagram, TikTok, and so on, they show the face and the body. They're trying to look hot. And oftentimes, more often than not, they're showing photos from the front. The flex, the front, the abs, looking to the side. And a lot less often are they facing to the rear. Sometimes you gotta show off that aesthetic back. But for the most part, they want to show their faces. Just like...
Do you think like flexing is like a turn off for women? Because it kind of communicates like you're kind of try hard, no? You know what I mean? Like, isn't the illusion of Chad that you're like this effortless mogger, and you're just like you're casually just like flexing your physique, but when you're like literally like flexing in the mirror doing bodybuilding poses, it kind of communicates that you're not so much a natural Chad, right? That you're like this, but it's more artificially done. At least that's how I see it.
Like all the TikTok chicks and so on, they're showing off their glutes, but they're turning around because they want to show their face. And so they're showing off the ass as well as the face. They're showing both. This guy, for the most part, he doesn't show the face. And so why is that? Well, his name is...
I'm getting desensitized while watching this video. It's like the CI training via exposure. Exactly. And you see what I mean, right? If you have acne, you're looking at yourself in the mirror constantly. So like all the spots and shit that you have on your body, you just get like, you get desensitized to it, and you don't see how bad it is from other people's perspectives. You know what I mean? Like the same way a tall guy views himself as an average height guy. It just so happens that every time he leaves his room, there's a lot of short guys around, right? No, not necessarily. You are just tall. But because we always benchmark our own looks as the norm, the average, we kind of like lose sight of how objectively bad or good we look.
Scars is.
And I think this guy is one of these cases.
And so I believe that what he wants is just to be famous for anything. And he thinks that his best chance is to show the scars and focus on them. And so, excellent physique, small waist.
Bro, please, can you tell me what procedures did you get for your eyelids? I did ptosis corrective surgery and fat grafting.
Wide shoulders, lats are excellent. The most muscular, he's got amazing traps. He knows how to pose very well. He's aesthetic. The only thing wrong with this is he has the horrendous acne, in particular on the chest and on his back. I mean, it's some of the worst that I've ever seen. And so I don't understand why he wouldn't go to see a skin doctor and get some Accutane or something.
Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Like, it can't just be me. It can't just be an autist like me talking about this. Like, I'm so glad someone like of your size is actually, giving some real helpful advice to people like this. Like, thank God. Thank God you're not just one of these, man, you need to shower more or you need to drink some more water. Ugh.
To clear this up. Does he in fact want this? And based on the amount of muscle that he has, the fact that he's only 18 years of age, it is a way above average looking physique, and so it's likely that it's from steroids. He does have some puffiness around the nipple, not enough to know for certain that he's on steroids, but it does look like a little bit of gyno. It might be gyno, but it is highly sus. And so if it is steroids, he needs to stop. And if
It's so weird how even in this day and age, in 2025, there are fitness influencers that don't just say what they're taking, like what like words they're taking. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, wouldn't that make you more relatable? Like, wouldn't that make people much less negative about you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like part of the reason why quite a few people trust what I say and so on is that, I just straight up tell people what cosmetic surgeries I have and I'm planning to do. So it's like, there's not this like negative cloud following me around in like my comment sections, right? So I feel like that's the way to be. The way to be relatable is to be relatable. It's to actually be transparent and, what you're doing and, just be real about it. This fake natty meta, like, I don't think is very good in the long run.
If it's not steroids, he also needs to stop. Stop, drop, and roll. I'm kidding. He needs to stop and go to the doctor. Get it checked out. And is he in fact 6'3" and 18? I mean, in today's day and age, people say anything. They'll say they're 14 when they're 18. They'll say they're 16 when they're 18. They'll say they're...
Yeah, that's another thing, right? So in like the gym bro world, the thing that people want to fraud is looking older than they are, because like they want like people to think they're like this like genetic freak, like you're like some guy at like an NFL combine that's like 14 and can like, yeah, and it's just like this freak athlete. That's how they want people to view them. That's like the deepest desire of a gym bro, to have people say they're a genetic freak. So like they'll fraud that by saying they're younger than they really are, like they're taller than they are. Like they just, there's so much like deception in this world.
They're 25 when they're 10. They'll do anything. And so I don't know what we can believe and what we won't believe. And so he's had his channel for only about 2 months. He's trying to get popular. And as the posts went by, he continued to post more and more.
Look at that. Look at this room. What is this room? There's like a whale thing that's like a whale sticker on the wall that's had its head removed. Looks like a bunch of bullet holes here. Someone's punched the wall there. Some pictures. It looks like there's 2 beds. Looks like no, it's not a bed. This is a really weird room. What is this? What is this setup?
Shirtless photos.
Why is there a black rectangle here? What's that black rectangle? It doesn't even look like a poster. It just looks like there's a hole. There's like a hole in the. What the fuck? This is a really. Is he in the back rooms?
At first, he was covered up, and then I figure he just thought, you know what? I'm going to lean into it. I'm called Scars Ziz. I'm going to show all the horrendous scars all over my body.
Please stop.
I mean, this is just pure rage bait. I mean, there's no way he thinks that other people want to look like this. He's proud of himself. He's showing his physique, and perhaps it's love everybody, love yourself, body positivity, and so on. And so perhaps this is that. But what I see
he's gonna keep
is
cutting to
no
it.
one wants to look like this, and
I'm
steroids
just
can
gonna
actually
skip
cause
past
this. And
this.
so he's
I've had enough. I've had enough of looking at a disciple of Nurgle.
squeaking around the scapulas, he's dancing around, popping his shoulders in and out. And it's like, for what? This is just gross.
Brother,
At least no one wants to get this. I mean, it's one thing to see it on someone else and think, well, damn, thank God I don't have that. But there are people that are.
Even his 15 minutes of social media fame isn't worth the permanent health and cosmetic effects. Yeah, so the thing is, right, yeah, you can get like spectators that just like point at you pretty easily. Like that's not hard, but like to actually be influential, to actually, you know, be someone that kind of communicates ideas and so on to like people, that requires more of a talent. That requires more like skill, right? And that's like what really kind of like pays off in the long run. You know, it's very easy just to get people to point at you and laugh on TikTok, right? Like that's not difficult. That's not a difficult thing, and it doesn't really translate into anything. Like if we're going off raw numbers, Power Slap gets more views on TikTok and like short form content than UFC. But obviously UFC is more influential. It's more in the public zeitgeist. Because the people watching those reels and TikToks of Power Slap, where, you know, you've probably seen them, it's just like some guy getting slapped and knocked out, right? It's just nonsense. And that is like more popular if we're going off short content. But like, so what? So it doesn't mean anything.
Abusing steroids that are getting this
It's
exact.
just the sideshow. Like this guy's just the sideshow. He doesn't have anything interesting to say. He doesn't have anything like going for him. He's not communicating any interesting ideas. His personality isn't interesting. It's just people pointing and laughing at a weird guy that's probably on roids that has a lot of acne. So, how are you an influencer? What are you influencing?
Exact same thing. And so this is a warning. If your body is speaking out to you in Braille, just don't.
stop it. Get some help.
And so I'm going to end this video by saying, if he's actually natural, then I apologize in advance for this video saying that you're not. I don't know for sure if you are, but if you aren't natural, you need to stop.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter if he's natural or not. The point being is that, you know, he needs to go on Accutane.
And for those of you watching this that are perhaps unsure if you should take steroids, steroids can cause this. Now, imagine this. Imagine that he is natural and he wants to have that Greek god aesthetic. He wants to look more jacked than last time. Imagine if this guy actually took steroids. If you start off looking like this and you add in steroids, it's going to make it far worse. Steroids, they give almost anyone acne.
If I was on steroids, I'd have such bad acne.
Even if you have perfect skin, it's probably going to cause some kind of blemishes, some kind of problems. But if you
I
already
would just turn into a Nurgling.
have problems to begin with, it's not made for you. You're not cut out for this. If he is, in fact, 100% natural and he's trying to be proud of his physique and not have people make fun of him, well, maybe write down a comment or two and say, hey, I can't do anything about it. I'm 100% natural. I'm going to my doctor. I don't wish this on anyone, but hey, I have to live with this, and
I don't think any of this matters. I think this is a red herring. Like, okay, is he natural? Is he not? It doesn't matter. The point being is you have gross skin.
have some suggestions on what I can do to alleviate this problem, because I know
I've had enough. I don't want to see this creature anymore. This is disgusting. Yeah, this was a good video. Thank God someone of his size is talking about Farmer